I have proven otherwise every single time. I have sat here and proved time and time and time again that I don't need to follow the in crowd. Because see, I don't need the in crowd. I don't need the Lolcows. I don't need people like Kate. I don't need people like Marty. I don't need people like William. I don't need people like Goblin Records. If anything, they need me. Without me, all these channels that you guys see covering me, without me, they would be nothing at all. Bass Shaman would be nothing without me. Danny Brown would be nothing without me. Keemstar would be nothing without me.
So I wanted to check back in on Cyraxx after doing the Joshua Block, video. I was like, oh, you know what? What's Cyraxx been up to? And he's been up to, I would say, he was calling out that he's not a Lolcow, that we need him and he doesn't need any of the Lolcow people. He also, without him, Keemstar wouldn't be a thing. He wouldn't be as successful. And he goes on and just goes on a big rant, which I'll show some more of. But then also, Cobra JFS said that he would go and beat the crap out of Cyraxx. So it's been a wild time in the Cyraxx verse, so let's get into this. On February 26, Goblin Records finally shared Cyraxx's latest rant. And this is where he goes off about everybody, that he's not a Lolcow. He destroys a trophy that someone gave him saying that he was a cow. And he just goes on saying that he's the Drift King and Marty isn't, he's just a fake one. And has a 39-minute rant, so I'll cut a lot of it out because it's literally Cyraxx's same talking points over and over again. But let's get into some of these clips.
It's funny to me at how people seem to think that I'm this awful lowlife with no views, no future at all in YouTube or any social media. Guys, everybody in the Lolcow community and that are either past, whether they're past or alive, let's analyze these individuals outside of myself for a second. Take, for example, Music Biz Marty. One of the main catalysts likes to run his mouth and bark a lot. Same with William Gloryhole, another barker. But what's funny to me is this. You don't see Marty with imagery of him being put everywhere, do you?
Just gotta say, Cyraxx's finger must have hypnotized him because it was so funny. He just stops mid-sentence and just stares at his finger. I get it, he's probably trying to figure out, like, oh, what am I trying to say here? Because Cyraxx really doesn't have a point. He was made a Lolcow because, dude, the way you look and the things you have done have put you here. And the reactions that you have given people have put you here. That's why people found you all over the internet. And all Marty did was basically just see you and how you were being trolled and took it and became your greatest enemy. That's really what Marty did to Cyraxx. Was Marty became Cyraxx's the best troll out there for this guy, because no matter what clip I hear of Cyraxx, always Marty's underneath this guy's skin. Marty could, like, die and Cyraxx would still be talking about him.
Marty never had things going for him the way that I do. See, I have actual tribute artists covering my songs all over the world. Don't blame me, look it up. You got the tribute artist Young Cyraxx. You have several other people around the world covering my music.
Cyraxx saying that he's got people covering him all over the world is pretty funny, because the person that he does call out, Young Cyraxx, is actually a person who is a troll who makes AI generated music using Cyraxx's voice and everything, and they're 10 times better than Cyraxx's actual music. So it's just really funny that he is calling another troll a tribute artist.
I have action figures dedicated to me. I'm in fucking video games, bro. I have characters inspired by me, made after me. Hell, I myself am actually a character in some video games that fans have made over the years. I made some mistakes along my way. On my journey, is it true that I've made mistakes? Yeah. Some worse than others, some not so worse than others. But regardless of my mistakes, I've worked my ass off to get here.
Does Cyraxx want to talk about how he's a PDF file, or how he was threatening to take a woman's child away through CPS and be the child's father? That was some of the mistakes he's made. The next thing that Cyraxx is going to talk about is him winning a tournament on his video game, his car video game, and he's like, well, Marty could never do that, because one of the people in the comments was like, oh, well, Marty could probably beat you and become the Drift King. And then Cyraxx gets on this train of thought of, oh, Marty could never do that. Marty could never beat me.
Care to enlighten me how I'm not levels above him when I'm basically like the John Cena, the Roman Reigns of YouTube? How can Marty call himself the Drift King when he does not drift at all? And just last night, I took my first win in my first top 32 Formula Drift event on CarX Drift Racing Online.
The next clip I have is Cyraxx saying that he has talents and that, you know, people have told him to capitalize on this, and he's like, well, I don't have to. And it's like, dude, you're staying in your grandma's attic and you're doing nothing with your life. At least if you're gonna sit here and rant to people, at least try to monetize it. At least try to do something smart like that if you have these quote-unquote talents.
And see, unlike Marty, I actually have talent. I mean, Omni, am I wrong, bro? Am I wrong in anything that I'm saying right now? At all? Because, I mean, people keep telling me that, oh, you need to capitalize on this. You need to do this to get famous. But yet, I have proven otherwise every single time, dude.
And then Cyraxx would go on to say that he doesn't need any of the Lolcow community to help him get famous. He would do it on his own. That, you know, the Lolcows are nothing without him. He's the mastermind, and everyone's career hinges on Cyraxx, and Cyraxx is a success, which is like, buddy, really. And he goes after Bass Shaman, Keemstar, and a couple other people that cover him.
Hate. I don't need people like Marty. I don't need people like William. I don't need people like Goblin Records. If anything, they need me. Without me, all these channels that you guys see covering me, without me, they would be nothing. Bass Shaman would be nothing without me. Danny Brown would be nothing without me. Keemstar would be nothing without me. And let me tell you, unlike Marty, I am a YouTube legend. I am up there with the biggest of the biggest. I'm up there with guys like Jake Paul, Jacksepticeye and Markiplier.
Then Cyraxx goes on to say that he isn't a Lolcow, that he's a YouTuber, and anybody that thinks he's a Lolcow is just, you know, out of their mind. He's a very successful YouTuber, the likes of, as he said before, Jake Paul, Jacksepticeye, and Markiplier. So the other part of this clip is that Cyraxx shuffles his way to a dresser in the background, and he grabs this Lolcow trophy that I guess someone has given him or left on his porch and that he has kept this whole entire time. And he's going to attempt to break it and, like, break the cow off, but it doesn't really work that well. And you could tell halfway too that he's trying to figure out, how do I actually bend this thing?
I like this. King of Lolcows? I'm not even in the Lolcow community, bro. I'm not even a Lolcow. I'm not a horror cow. I'm not in any of that, bro. Whatever you want, but the truth of the matter is, I'm not a Lolcow. I'm not a horror cow. I'm none of that. I'm a fucking YouTuber, bro. I'm a music artist. I'm a gamer. Community. Lolcow community and horror cow community. They do this one. Y'all see this right here? Y'all see this Lolcow trophy? This is how much of a Lolcow I'm not. Bent up. That's how much of a Lolcow I'm not. Lolcow community. But you know what I say about my community? You know what I say about my community? The real DK is back, baby. That's what I say.
Jumping to the comment that Cobra had said. So Cobra was invited to the Lolcow Live podcast, and Wings was kind of interviewing him a little bit, and the question of Cyraxx came up, and Wings kind of asked, hey, what do you think of that guy? Do you just hate him because, you know, he talked to underage kids and stuff like that? And Cobra goes, yeah, I'd beat him up. And Wings is like, well, we can let you beat him up and we could put some money in your pocket and find a way that you wouldn't get in trouble with.
So you said you have this hatred for Cyraxx. Can we explore that a little bit further? Like, what are some of the things that he's done that you really, really hate? Is it just strictly like the talking to underage girls thing?
Beating his grandmother, or being a pedo, just all that nasty shit. He's just a deplorable human being, dude.
Why the hell?
So let me ask you this: would you beat up Cyraxx?
I would. I'd do more than that if I could get away with it.
What if I could told you we had a way that you can get away with it and put money in your pocket?
That's all I got on Cyraxx today. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.